welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to be unboxing my March Universal Yums. And for anybody who doesn't know, Universal Yums is a snack subscription service where they send you, there's different sizes of boxes. I have just the very basic one with the fewest items. And they send you like 5-ish items from a surprise country, and each month is a different country. So you get to kind of try and experiment with new foods and snacks. This is not sponsored by them in any way. I'm just actually doing a series on my channel called like Season of the Boxes, where every season or like every 3 months, I'm testing out a new subscription service. And then at the end of those 3 months, giving my honest review of the service as a whole. And so that means in addition to me reviewing this month's box's contents, I will also be giving you my thoughts of Universal Yums as a subscription as a whole at the end of this video. And that also means starting in April, I will be testing out a new subscription service. May or may not be food or drink related. It could be something else completely different. I'm not gonna say, also because I don't really know. I haven't decided yet. Okay, I'm not gonna blab too much more. Let's just go ahead and dive right into the box and see if there's anything cool. Welcome to the Netherlands. I'm not gonna lie, I am just like a smidge bummed about this because I really wanted to try a country that wasn't European, specifically because in January we tried Austria, and then I also tried a holiday box around that time that had snacks from a bunch of different countries around the world, but it turned out like 6 of those 7 countries were all European countries. So anyway, I wanted a little bit more variety, but that doesn't mean that the products aren't delicious. We'll have to try them and find out. It always comes with this little booklet that has even more facts, and my favorite part is the trivia train, because it always has some really cool, surprising facts about the countries. We got some stickers. I'm gonna go with the windmill and the little clog with flowers. Ooh, and I want the little block of Gouda cheese. Okay, item number 1, big on top. Let's go for it. We've got Stroopwafels hand-cooked sea salt and pepper potato chips. And it says it's a bio-organic snack. Interesting. I don't feel like this is something totally different from what you could find here. I've definitely seen salt and pepper potato chips, but let's give it a shot. They kind of look like kettle chips based on the picture. I don't really smell them like all too much. I'm gonna be real with you guys. I think these are really boring. Not only are they not even like salty, which is unusual for a potato chip, but if I didn't know better, I would not know that there's any pepper on these. They're not bad by any means. They're just really basic and really plain. These wouldn't be something that I would buy when there are so many different like choices of flavors. I do like that they're organic. I mean, they have such few ingredients, and that everything that's marked with an asterisk is organic, which is almost everything on the list. But unfortunately, pretty boring. So the little description says that these salty chips may seem simple at first. Yes, they do, but don't let looks deceive you. At one point, they would have been a luxury item. Peppercorns used to be so costly in the Netherlands that locals started describing expensive things as peperduur, or expensive as pepper. Thankfully, as trade developed, spices like pepper became a lot more accessible, but pepper chips, this addictive, are still as special as can be. I really like that a lot of times in these little descriptions, you learn a lot of history about the country or about the specific snack or the ingredients in it. So I think it's really cool. All right, so I'm gonna give it in the middle, only because it's not bad. Nothing wrong with it, but it's just nothing special either. Let's go to the next item. Okay, next item is some kind of little scary looking gingerbread man. Speculoos popetjes. I don't know. Totally butchered that. I'm so sorry. Smells good. Smells like gingerbready. Very warm. Gives me holiday treat vibes. I think the face on this is just really funny. It's like not a smile, but not a frown. The gingerbread man honestly looks kind of scared Like he's scared I'm about to eat him.
Which I am, but
That's really tasty. Kind of reminds me of like cookie butter a little bit, or like the cookies that make cookie butter. What are those called? There's a name for those. I can't think of what they're called. I'll probably insert it here or something.
You are really dumb, for real.
It's nothing I've never had before, but flavor-wise, it tastes really good. I could demolish this whole bag. I kind of want some milk to go with it. Cookies and milk.
2 seconds later.
I got my milk. I'm a happy camper. Cookies and milk is something you never grow out of. And if you do, tell me your secrets, because I apparently am still a child at heart. These are called Speculoos Spice Cookies, possibly the coziest spice cookies ever. If it's your first time seeing the word speculoos, you might be imagining old-timey eyeglasses. Their name comes from the Latin word speculum, meaning mirror, as the spice cookies' designs mirror the stamp used to print them. These ones are just as cute looking as they are cinnamony. You don't need spectacles to see that. I really want to know what the little gingerbread man is saying. I'm gonna give us a thumbs up. Let's go to the next item. What is this? The original gummy Cadillacs. They're candy cars. Okay, first of all, the little packaging is adorable. It's like casino-y, like slots and roulette, and I would never have opened this and thought of the Netherlands, or I would have never have seen this and thought of the Netherlands. Let's go ahead and try them. Oh, they're hard. They're hard gummies. You almost have to like suck on them. Okay, I'm like to dissolve a little bit first and soften it up, because they're hard. They're really long, like they take out the whole mouth. They're really tasty though. They're flavorful. Yeah, you definitely have to like suck on them a little bit, because they're pretty hard. You try just biting right into it, but it wasn't doing much damage. Sometimes with like gummies or candies, you could eat the whole bag in a matter of a minute. So this like forces you to eat them more slowly, which I like. If you do try to chew them and you get to this whole bag, I guarantee you're gonna have a sore jaw afterwards. It's kind of like a jaw workout. I'm just getting like fruity, like berry fruity, like strawberry or cherry fruity. I feel like there must be a little backstory to these, because otherwise they're just so random. So let's read the card and find out. Candy shaped like cars. It's a Dutch thing. Never would have known that. The famous Dutch confectionery Autodrop has been making these iconic car-themed sweets since 1965. Their product lineup includes parking attendants, steering wheels, and of course, their best-selling Cadillacs. Interesting. We could go on about how they take you on a long, juicy, chewy ride. Amen to the chewy. But it's better to just let you go on a taste drive. I'm gonna give that one a thumbs up. On to the next one. Okay, I've got 3 more items in here. I'm not looking at what they are, but I can see that there's 3, which means that I actually got 6 items in this box, which is pretty cool. Next, I have, okay, this is the cutest packaging ever. This is so cute. Tune, Viewer, Geese, Slam, Keys, Buck. I think it's just the different names of the pictures. It says milk chocolate with hazelnut praline. Maybe this is the company, App Newtmies. This is a substantial, thick chocolate bar. My golly. Oh, I see. Kind of reminds me of like a Toblerone. Wow, 3 pieces of this are 200 calories. Oh, it's like a nice soft chocolate. It broke so easily without a snap. All right, I'm excited. Smells chocolatey. The inside. I wouldn't pick it. I can already say that right now. And here's why. Sometimes some chocolates have a certain taste to them which is, I don't know how I would describe it. It's almost like, it tastes like oil or like hydrogenated oil. And I don't like that taste. I actually just had a box of chocolates. And not all of them, but some of the chocolates in that box had the same taste, and those were the last ones in the box. I did not eat them. I really like the texture. It's soft chocolate on the outside and an even softer kind of creamy chocolate on the inside. So I love the texture, and the initial taste when I put it in my mouth was good. Now it could also be the hazelnut, but that's weird because I like hazelnut. Like I like hazelnut flavor things. Like when I have it in like a hazelnut flavor in my coffee, I'm okay with it, and like Nutella, I'm okay with it. But otherwise, sometimes in chocolates, I don't like it. Okay, this says, this yum is about to teach you a lesson about deliciousness. But first, it needs to teach you a different lesson about the Dutch language. You may look at this chocolate bar and think, oh, that's cute, which I did. But there's actually more to it. The wrapper depicts the 1897 reading board that helped generations of Dutch children learn to read. Cool. It'll teach you Dutch names as well as the words for fire, lamb, and buck. I'm either going to give it like a middle or down. I don't absolutely hate it, which is what I would normally reserve my downs for, but I wouldn't pick it again. So somewhere in between here and here. But I could see a lot of people really liking this because texture-wise, so good. We're almost there. Okay. I'm excited for this. It's called Roca. They're original cheese biscuits in Gouda flavor. Mini cheese Krispies. Yum. Whenever I get to the savory items in a bag, I like them. In a box, I like them a lot more. This is what they look like. Smell nice and cheesy. What's interesting is that this has palm and coconut oil in it as well. So I wonder if I would like this. And if I like this, but not the candy bar, it might just be because of the hazelnut flavor in the candy bar. I don't know. These are good. The cheese is not overpowering at all. The aftertaste is very similar to a Cheez-It. I actually prefer the texture of these more than I do a Cheez-It because they're like a soft, flaky crisp. I've had something like this before. I don't remember if it was some kind of a keto crisp or if it's just some of those like Parmesan cheese crisps you can get at a store. I could honestly go for even a more intense cheese flavor because the girl loves cheese, especially Gouda. And in fact, I don't know if I know that this is Gouda. If I was like a blind taste test, I would think Parmesan, but either way, they're really tasty. This one gets the big page, so this is like the star of the show. The first stop on our trip through the Netherlands is Gouda. We're talking about the city of Gouda. The city took on the name back in the 12th century after the local cheese made in the area gained popularity. The town itself later took on the name because they had a monopoly on all the cheese sales in the country. Luckily, the monopoly is no more, so you don't need to fly to Gouda to try Gouda. You can just crunch into these crisps. It is going to be a thumbs up from me. Let's do the last item. All right, last item, here we come. It's a Stroopwafel. Max and Alex cookies. And in case no one's ever had these before, they're like a waffle cookie with a caramel-y type filling. This is what they look like. Smells delicious. Oh, smells so good. Interesting. It almost tastes a little burned, you know? Not like charred, but a little bit more toasted, a little more done. What I will say is that I kind of ruined it now, but the little caramel in the picture, which makes it look like a runny caramel, is not what you get in here at all. It's really just a very thin, almost like hardly even noticeable layer of caramel. I think it's tasty. No, the more I eat this, the more I enjoy it. Caramel Stroopwafels. Back in the 1840s, local bakers used leftover cookie crumbs and caramel to create this childhood staple. Ready to try the Netherlands' most famous cookie? I'm not going to say that they're good for you. In fact, the very first ingredient is high fructose corn syrup, which I try to stay away from. Normally that's like ingredient 2 or 3, so for this to be ingredient 1 is pretty bad. But I did enjoy it, so that gets a thumbs up from me. All right, overall this box was pretty good. It was at least average, if not good. I'm not gonna say that there's anything that I was absolutely blown away by. It was like,
wow, that was the most delicious thing I've ever tasted.
my least favorite, was probably the chocolate bar, unfortunately, just because I have a weird thing with either hazelnut or those oils. And it's kind of hard to pick my favorite one because I thought the Gouda cheese crisps were good. I thought the little spice cookies were good. Those candy cars were fun. The Stroopwafels were tasty. If I had to pick, it'd probably be the Gouda cheese crisps. Now that we finished this specific box, let's take a moment to talk about my overall impressions of Universal Yums as a subscription service. On the pro side, I would say affordability. This is only about like $17 a month, and that includes shipping, and that usually includes, for this level of box, it's like 5 or 6 items. So I don't think $17 for this experience is bad. The food, the snacks overall are pretty good. I'm not gonna like highly rate them because there were a couple like amazing ones, a good portion of like decent, okay ones, and then a few like nasty ones. Most things were at least good or better. They seem like they really chose their products with thought, because you see that most when you're reading the pamphlet and you're reading like the description of each item, because the items that they chose usually have some kind of significance, whether it's got like a history of being well loved in that country, whether it contains popular ingredients that that country grows and produces. I like the additional facts and recipes and whatnot that are included in the box that teach you about the country. They don't just say, here's some snacks, try them. They teach you about the country. Now, switching over to the con side, I have one big complaint, which I kind of touched on at the beginning when I first opened the box, and it's just that I'm not getting as much diversity as I would have liked. And of course, I've only had a limited selection. I've only tried 3 months plus a holiday box, but I still feel like that was enough time to get to try at least 3 drastically different countries. But instead, during the holiday box, I got a ton of European countries. Even I think one of them was from the Netherlands. And then in January, I got Austria. February was cool because we switched over like South America and got to try Brazil. But then again, March was the Netherlands. I was hoping to maybe try a country in Africa, maybe more Asian countries. Another con that I have is that it's too much sweet for me. I wish it was more of a balance between like half sugary treats and half savory snacks. Usually it's only 1 or 2 items in the whole box that are savory, and everything else is a different type of candy. Overall, yes, I would recommend it to others because I think that the experience is well worth the money. I've had a fun time unboxing them so far, especially when you do it with other people. I do wonder if there are other snack or food subscription services that are better, because Universal Yums is not the only one I've heard of that sends snacks and treats from different countries. Thank you so much for hanging with me today. I had such a fun time. If you got any of these products in your box, or if you subscribe to Universal Yums, please let me know your opinions and what you thought of the products down below. Like, comment, subscribe, ring the bell. That all helps so much for small YouTubers like myself. I hope you all take care, stay warm, stay safe. Have a great day. Bye.